How you doing, guys? Probably about 9 AM Tuesday morning. Doing a bit of whippersnippering. I don't know what you guys call them, these things. And while I was doing it, I thought, why not show you guys what a typical day in a typical week is like for me at the restaurant. You're dusty as hell. How's that? That a little bit better? Sorry about that. Anyway, I've already done this area, just whippersnipped it. Gonna mow. Yeah, whippersnip we call it. Yeah, it may sound funny. That's what I've grown up with. Let us know what you call those machines. There's the mower. I've already done these edges. I like the grass growing up in between. It's a personal thing. So I'm still yet to mow out here. This is our backyard if you've never seen it. Absolutely flogged down last night. We're still 6-8 weeks off the wet season, but she'll start powering now if we get some more rain tonight. So I thought I'd get in and give it a haircut now. So I'll give you a bit of a look at what the restaurant's looking like before I mow it. Bit of before and after video, hey. So it's probably been about 2 weeks since I last done it. The old veggie garden over there, she's a shambles. That's all going to be changing. Going to extend a bit of an area out the back of the kitchen there for the guys when they're cooking the hot coals for the barbecue and that. That's another video. Each morning, overnight before the staff leaves, I get them to put these little seats up onto the tables, and so I can come through with the blower each morning and blow all the dust and just food scraps that have fallen onto the floor, blow it all out the front gate just to tidy it up, just so it doesn't sit there stinking. You can see that the grass is starting to get away on us a bit. Yeah, it looks like a mess at the moment. That's only because it like I said, just before people were leaving last night, absolutely flogged down, and staff couldn't go through and pick up the little pieces of rubbish, things like the plastic off the chopsticks and tissues that have been dropped, and the usual garbage. This isn't too bad here, but I'll still give it a haircut. Gave the big palms a bit of a trim up the other day, had a few dead fronds hanging off them. They're looking a lot better with a haircut. There's some yellow ones there, need doing again actually. Some of you guys may be wondering, why don't we just pay somebody to do this? Because labour is cheap over here, but they just wouldn't do the same job I would. And they do not sell whippersnippers with these heads on them here. You have to buy them separately. Everybody who whippersnips, see these heads? They're the heads we traditionally use to do edging and that around gardens and concrete at home. All the people who whippersnip here that I've seen have just used the steel blade and they just slash. You would not believe the trouble we went to track down a good Honda mower. Yeah, they, along at the agricultural places and farming equipment and things like that, they had water pressure pumps, whippersnippers, Honda whippersnippers. They didn't have mowers. Nobody uses mowers here. They just slash with a steel edge, but they don't do the concrete edges. We just had some guys delivering the large bottles of water here, and he's just staring at me. I've actually stopped the whippersnipper to show him what was cutting the grass and hitting the cement and around the timber and that without cutting into it. He just laughed when he seen it. He'd never seen it before. And besides, I like doing it. I get a sense of accomplishment out of making the place look good. Now it's still a shit fight at the moment, still a mess, still whippersnippering. I'll come through and blow all this onto the grass and then I'll go through and mow it. mow it up. There's Dewey. Right, thank fuck that's over and done with. That's the worst part done. Generally don't try to do so much in one day. Not even doing the laundry area because they're the clothesline. It's just a piece of wire to the fence, whatever works. And yeah, usually I'll do the house yard one day. Then this restaurant yard the next. There's another side to the restaurant on the other side, and slash the paddock probably once a month or so when there's a big event, because a lot of the cars do park in the paddocks there. Ah! She got a crash now. Here you go, Neela. Yeah. That's Neela. She lives with her husband. Her husband's the chef, and she takes care of the premises and that. She lives in the little house around the corner. My helper here is John. He's an employee. He lives on site. Also, we have a couple of specks of dust. We have a couple of bedrooms, one for the guys, one for the girls, into the back of this section and in under here. There's bathrooms and showers out the back. So there is some staff that can live on site if they like. Room, board and food. All part of the deal. So they live on site, and John's got his chores done and he decided to give me a hand this morning. He's a cool bloke, and he speaks a little bit of English, which makes it easier for me. And I've found that if they don't speak fluent English, I find it easier to learn Lao, because we're sort of compromising on the words and you know what I mean. We're sort of learning from each other. Good job, John. Thank you. This is John, guys. Thanks, man. Yeah, so that's Neela's house there, and this is where they park their motorbikes for 3,000 kip. They'll park them in here and have no worries at all with anybody coming and flogging them. There's always somebody on the gate here. You'll find that in most places. I've got to pay 3,000 kip when I go to the pool each day. You can just walk away and just leave it. You know somebody's keeping an eye on it. So John's just going to finish that section there, right out the front, the big building. Very doesn't get used that often now. Only when it rains and for functions we'll book that out. A lot of people, since we've turned it into a all-you-can-eat buffet. 68,000 kip, guys. That's 11 Australian dollars. It's a seafood buffet. Do have pork and beef, things like that. And it's a barbecue. You get your own barbecue on your table, hot coals and that in it, and you sit there drinking beer Lao and cooking the barbie. It is it's good playing with the food while you're drinking and chatting. Instead of just sitting there chatting and waiting on to be served, you'll just get up, help yourself. There's lots of cooked food also, but as I was saying, 68,000 kip, all you can eat. Yeah, you got ice cream, desserts, seafood, beef, rice, heaps of salad and veggies, just about everything. You've seen us at the markets, what we load up on. So 11 Aussie bucks all you can eat. You're looking at $7.50, 8 US, guys. So hit me up, you want directions, come on over, say hi. So yeah, big place to maintain, especially with all these little fiddly grassy areas, but it's the garden atmosphere that people really like, sitting outside. Since we opened it up, we used to have a big wall fence there. It was like the big border wall, but yeah, we've just opened it up, made it look just more open, and people like the outdoor experience, sitting in these gardens and just eating. Yeah, each table has somebody taking care of them. It's just a really good atmosphere. Music playing. It's all you can eat. You don't get your beer Lao free. That would be suicide. So there's a look at it now after I've whippersnip mowed and blown, guys. Just tidies it up a bit, a little bit shorter. It wasn't that long, but I just like to keep on top of it. Keep it looking neat for the customers. Nothing worse than sitting on the grass and grass tickling your ankles. You think it's an ant or a spider. That's what I wanted to tell you also. I've never had to, like, there's lots of trees and that in around here. I haven't mowed along here. It's too bloody hot now. I'll do it tomorrow. All the edges are done, so I'll just whack the mower out. What was I saying? Spiders. I'm going to be wandering in and around these trees. If I was doing this at home, I'd be doing ninja moves whenever I've walked into a spider web, which is nearly between every bloody tree. But here, haven't walked into a spider web yet. Not having to look up, make sure I'm not walking under a bloody drop bear's bloody nest. But yes, you know, if I was mowing at home, I'd have shoes and socks on, just because walking in the grass and spiders. But here, there's nothing. Maybe they've eaten them all. Righto, I'm going to tidy up. Young John's finished that off for me. He's a legend. Turned up just in time. I'm going to have a spell. I'll probably give you a look at this restaurant tonight, eh?